What's up, YouTube? I'm Choctopus, and today we're going to talk about the Dragon Ball FighterZ closed beta that just happened this past weekend. I was fortunate enough to score a key to play in the closed beta, and we're just going to talk about some of my impressions because I played pretty much the entire thing. I don't think I even showered on Saturday because I was having such a great time between playing each session and then recording and editing in between sessions. I got a lot of footage, so you can expect that there's going to be a lot. With that being said, if you like this video, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet, because there's a lot of Dragon Ball FighterZ stuff on the way. So we're going to break down the top 5 things that I really enjoyed about this game and why I think Dragon Ball FighterZ is going to be a successful fighter for years to come. So, the first thing, and it's pretty much self-explanatory just from looking at the game. Let's talk about the visuals. So, gameplay is super, super smooth, you know, when you're in matches. And I've never played a Dragon Ball game, well, I have, but I've never played a Dragon Ball game that was so much like the actual anime or the manga. So, every time a new Dragon Ball game comes out, I feel like we always think, as a community, we're like, oh, this looks so great, you know, and it looks so much closer to the anime and manga with every single game that comes out. But Dragon Ball FighterZ is on a completely different level. It looks straight out of an episode, and, you know, everyone thought that about Xenoverse, but let me tell you, as far as visuals go, it blows Xenoverse out of the water. I mean, this is my opinion, and, you know, the comment section might blow up with some argument, but with that being said, let me know in the comments below, you know, what do you think of the visuals, or do you prefer the 3D-ish visuals of Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2? But personally, you know, everything about it. There's so many Easter eggs and so many nods to the actual series. For example, when Trunks does that pose when he slices Android 14 or 15 in the Super 13 movie, like, to the T, like, I'm just amazed. I'm blown away by how accurate it is. What else? Goku's stance when he powers up, like, everything about it. There's so many nods, and I can't go through every single one of them because there's too many of them, but look online, do a little bit of research. Honestly, just compare side by side with, you know, the manga or the anime. It's so close in likeness, and there's so many Easter eggs and nods to the original series that it's beautiful. Arc System Works did a really great job, and I'm excited to see the final product because I know there's going to be tons of other Easter eggs to explore and find, and it's going to be great. So let's take that and let's shift from that to gameplay. Now, gameplay was definitely very fluid. It's a game that I found was easy to pick up because the buttons are simple enough to understand. You have your light attack, you have your heavy attack, you have your medium attack, you have, you know, X. I played on PlayStation 4, so X was your, for some characters, it was a key blast, like a neutral key blast, or you could do a down forward for a Kamehameha, a little one, or you could, Piccolo had a ranged grab, so that was just kind of like a ranged harass kind of attack. And then you had your Dragon Rush, which was one of your shoulder buttons. You had a Super Dash, I think it was called, where you could kind of chase. And the game's easy and it's accessible for people who maybe aren't fighting game veterans. Like, for example, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I would closely compare to this game, even though they're two completely different animals. Because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is a much harder game to pick up. The combos are much more complex. It's not as accessible, whereas Dragon Ball FighterZ, anyone could really pick it up and play. Like, I struggled against, you know, some players who were playing for the first time just as I was. And, you know, I did come out on top most of the time because I am a fighting game veteran. I've been playing a lot of fighting games. You know, I played the hell out of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and it has the speed and kind of combo potential that also has. But like I said, they're nothing completely alike because, you know, Dragon Ball FighterZ is a monster of its own, but there's plenty of depth in the game. Like, you could easily get into like a combo of like 4 or 5 hits, 6 hits. You know, it's not that hard to do these starter combos. So anyone who picks the game up, you know, they could feel like, oh wow, this is fun. This is great. I'm actually able to do combos in a fighting game, and I don't even know how to play it. But then, you know, there's so much more depth. Like, once I actually learned how to play with Piccolo, and check out some of my videos, I'll leave those in the description below, and you could actually see my progress. Like, I have some videos that were done the first session, some videos that were done the last session, and you could see my progress, because I actually took some time to, like, learn some of the characters. There were 9 characters, I think, to choose from, and I would say about 3 of them I played religiously throughout the entire... I did give everyone a try ultimately, but throughout the entire beta, I played mostly 3 characters. I played Piccolo, I played Android 16, and I played, who else? Cell. Those are the 3 characters that I found to love the most, and it shows because I've actually learned some combos with them, and... You know, with Piccolo, I've gone from doing a 5 or 6 hit combo to learning how to air grab and then keep it going and well, not instant transmission, because not everyone has that, but snap vanish, and just being able to link combos up and just do more impressive things. But like I said, check those videos out. I'll leave them in the description if you want to see that. But let's talk about the ease of play in the online lobby, and this was one of the big selling points for me, because online fighters, you know, are hit or miss, because they could have great online play or they could have really crappy online play. And I think FighterZ was a great example of great online play. And, you know, this might change when the final game comes out and there's more people on the servers, but as far as the closed beta goes, I think there were just the right amount of people on the servers to test it. I didn't lag as much. You had up to 3 bars of connection. I had all 3 bars because I'm not a loser. No, I'm just kidding. But if you have a better connection, obviously you're not going to lag. But I was playing against people, like, I don't think I saw any 1-bar connections, but 2-bar connections, I was like, all right, there might be a little bit of lag here. And there was, but the netcode, which was the software that they're using to play online, or the servers, or whatever it is, it was so fluid, so smooth. There was very little I almost broke something. There was very little response time from... Actually, it was instant. It was instantaneous. I felt like I was playing offline because of how fluid and how smooth the gameplay was. And with that being said, there's little or no excuses. You know, if you get your butt beat online, you just need to get better, you need to get good, and it's a type of game where you can actually, you can go in the lab, you can practice, and once the game comes out, I'm sure there'll be plenty of modes, but I was super impressed with the lobby mode. So you could have up to, I think, 64 people in a lobby. There were plenty of lobbies to choose from, so I didn't take the time to really explore everything, but basically what you did was you're in the World Martial Arts Tournament arena. You walk up to one of the judges or the hosts, and, you know, you enter the arena, which is a big circle, and everyone has their little chibi avatars, and you're hanging out in this circle, and it matches you up randomly against someone else that's in the circle. So, you know, you will fight the same people more than once if everyone decides to stay in the lobby, but I found myself going up against a lot of other fighters, and, you know, I got a great diversity. I played against some friends, so it's not like it's impossible to find people to play with. You can find strangers, and you can play with friends. Let's say you and a group of buddies go into the same lobby. You both enter the arena, or, you know, however many you enter the arena, but there's 20 other people. So you might get matched up against your friends, and you might get matched up against other people. So I could just see, you know, a group of me and, like, 4 or 5 friends, you know, starting a private lobby. And I'm sure there'll be an option to have private lobbies. At least there should be, because the online was awesome. Yeah, I was very impressed with the online lobbies. And it's cool, because you're basically running around this little World Martial Arts Tournament arena, and you have your little characters which you can choose from, and, you know, in real time you can see other people. And you can spectate. You don't even have to just fight. If you want to just hang out and spectate some matches, you could also do that. So, with that being said, let's move over and talk about the roster a little bit. So there was a great roster to choose from so far. There are only 9 characters. Some more have been confirmed since. So the full roster as of now, we have Goku. I'm going to try to do this off memory. Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Krillin, Cell, Majin Buu, Frieza, Android 16, and Android 17/18. Those are the characters that were playable. At least I think that was all. And Piccolo. 11 fighters. There might have been more. Maybe I'm losing a couple right now. But since then, we've had a couple more additions to the roster that were not playable in the actual beta, but we know they're coming. So if you pre-ordered the game, you get Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So they are throwing super characters or forms in there, which is cool. They're going to be their own characters, probably, because they have different movesets. And then after that, they announced Tien, or Ten Shinhan, who I'm very excited about, and I mentioned that's one I could cross off my list of my my top 10 characters that I want in the game, because I made a list that'll be in the description below as well. Make sure you check that out. It's just top 10 characters I want to see. There's some deep cuts in there, so obviously some of these characters are not going to make it, but here's the wishful thinking. You have Ten Shinhan and you have Yamcha, who I'm actually pretty excited to play them, because the game is balanced. Like, from playing all the characters over the course of the 4 sessions in the beta, I can honestly say that the game, while it does need some tweaks, hashtag Android 16 is broken, the game is going to require some adjustments, but for the most part, I had fun playing every character. Every character operates completely different. You know, there's no clones, really. So I'm hoping that Arc System Works really stays true to that, and Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta aren't too close to the, you know, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta, but we don't know how many characters we're going to have per se, but I would say anywhere between the range of 20 and 30. It's not going to be an enormous roster, which is going to piss some people off, but Mr. Satan better be in the game or I'm going to riot. But seriously, Arc System Works, if you're watching, Mr. Satan better be in this game. So the roster's awesome. It's only going to get better because there's most likely a ton of surprises in store. Not to mention, I could see this game easily getting DLC support. It's going to be very popular, so, you know, they're going to want to continue to make money off of it. And the last reason, so that was one, we talked about visuals, we talked about gameplay, we talked about online, we talked about the roster. Now, the 5th thing is this game is going to create rivalries. There is going to be some serious competitive, whatever you want to call it, there's going to be some serious competition with this game. There have been very few games since, like, Super Smash Bros. That me and my friends have gotten so heated when we played the game, because it's, you know, it creates that, and I just feel this game. I feel, you know, and the online's so great, you don't have to be with friends. You know, you can put on your headset, you and a couple of friends, you know, go into Discord, and you can just set up a lobby, and there's going to be some trash talk. It's going to be a lot of trash talk. There's going to be some pretty close matches. I've had some great matches, and shout out to everyone that I've played against, friends or, you know, strangers. There's going to be a lot of close matches and a lot of runbacks, and I'm very excited to see the competitive scene form around this game, because it's going to be an amazing community. This game honestly came out of nowhere. This game came out of nowhere, and it is easily, I mean, I think I could speak for most, if not all people here, saying that this is going to be the most popular competitive fighting game for a long time. And if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Obviously, let me know what you think of all of these points in the comments below. I don't really have much more to say. I mean, I do have plenty to say, but, oh, we didn't talk about, how about going back to the roster, Android 21. How could I miss that? How could I miss Android 21? A completely unique character to the story, so this is a bonus to the great roster. Android 21 is a brand new character. We don't know if she's going to appear in the anime or the manga further down the road, but she's an android, a humanoid similar to Dr. Gero, and, you know, who knows, she might be his wife or something, but she's responsible for the resurrection of Android 16, which is why he's back in the game, and they're going to have that whole story bit. But, you know, we'll save that for another video. There's plenty more to talk about. But with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you played the beta, you know, give me your insight. What do you think of all these points that we spoke about? If you're new here, please smash that like button, because likes do help with my channel. And obviously, if you'd like to take it a step further, you can subscribe or sponsor me. There's links in the description below if you want to give a couple bucks a month. You know, it definitely goes a long way to helping me create more and better content. That's it. If you want to find me on social media, we can discuss more. Links in the description below. Twitter, Instagram. Join my Discord channel. And that's it. We'll see you in the next video. Hope you have an awesome day. Peace.